Welcome to English 101, Literature and Composition, online. I am Professor Harvey, Professor Emeritus, which means I'm retired. But obviously, since I'm sitting here, I'm not quite retired, am I? Anyway, I have good reason for wanting to present myself in this way. Um, Too many people have been dropping out of online classes. And I don't particularly like it, and I'm sure you don't particularly like it, especially if you're one of those students who dropped out of one of these classes. So here I am to present myself that so that you can see me and maybe ask some questions or anything else, or at least see that you've got a human being on the other side. I think that's important, and I hope that that will lead to keeping more students, enrolled in the class. The class, literature and composition, is pretty obvious. You'll be reading short stories and you'll be writing compositions about them. And towards the middle and end of the term, you'll be writing a term paper about them. It's not an easy class, but it's a doable class. And what I want from you is I want you to do the work that's in the assignments. You shouldn't find it too difficult. And if you do, I'll give you the opportunity to revise it and everything else. Now, if you do all of the work, which I expect, there's a good chance, a very good chance, almost guarantee that you will pass the class. If you don't do the work, well, obviously, you know what the situation is. Okay, so we all want good grades, I hope, and we all want to get through this. Going through this class, what I hope you get is a little bit of improvement in reading so that when you leave this class in December, go on your Christmas break, you'll feel a little bit more confident in reading. You'll understand short stories a little bit better and literature a little bit better and have a little grasp on how they reflect life, both through your experiences and through experiences you never had and may never have access to. And finally, you'll write a little bit better. That's all I can expect, you know? And if everything goes right, you end up with 3 credits, and hey, that's really great. So I guess the best thing to do is get started. And the first thing you're going to have to do is buy books. You want to do this as wisely as possible. You want to get the right books and you want to get them as cheaply as you possibly can. First book. This is called E-Fictions. It has the short stories in it. All right. Now, the short stories in this book are available on the internet in places. At least most of them are. How you access them or where you get them from, I'm not exactly sure about each one because I have them in the book. I don't have to go looking for them. The book is not cheap. Just make sure you get the right number because there are a lot of versions of the book. Check it out when you look at the syllabus and when you look at my first announcement to you. The second book is called Writing About Literature. And I got to get the left and right together here. Okay, Writing About Literature Step by Step. If you are not the best writer in the world, if you are not a particularly good writer, you need this book. This will teach you how to write essays. It comes in many, many editions. I think they're on 11 now. The one I showed you is the 9th. They're all the same, and they all do pretty much the same thing. So I wouldn't be concerned about what edition I get. And if you get an early edition, you might really get a good buy on it. But this is something you should really consider, because one of the things you like to do in a class is do well. And this is one of the secrets. The final book is not required. And well, you need a grammar text. If you have one from another class, or you have a grammar book you didn't turn back in high school, you know, fine. You've got a grammar text. You'll know where to put commas, and you know how to use quotation marks and all those important things. If not, a writer's reference is a very good text to use. And again, this has many, many editions, including a good section on the MLA, which is the Modern Literature Association, which sets up the rules for your term paper. Now, we will have many things available in the library, and I'm sorry my voice is going. Gee, maybe I should have taken a cough drop, huh? Anyway, this is a good book to get. If you don't, if you have one already, don't worry about it. Okay, I will try to come to you about once a week or so in one of these little sessions, and I'll be here in my study, a nice little place, comfy for me. I got my CDs. Oh, I got my CDs over there. Now I'm getting it. I got my CDs back there. Back when they came out, I bought too many of them. Now they're not worth too much, but I still like to listen to them. And behind me, I got a drum kit. On the wall, you can see 1.5 Balrands. There's another one down there. There's a speaker system, and there's a chair. I have a lot of good stuff in here. It's a good place to hang out. And on the back wall, I have my house, the house I grew up in. And whenever I get a little bit, concerned about myself, gee, I didn't make enough money. I don't have a big enough house. I didn't make a big enough impact on the world. I look at the house and I say, hey, that's where I came from. Place in Queens. I did pretty good. I'm pretty happy about things. And it changes my outlook. It's always good to look back and realize where you came from, and what you've accomplished, and, and all of those things. And hopefully you'll have a lot to look back on and accomplish if you pass English 101, right? We all want to do that. Okay, so I guess that's enough for me right now. I have to keep these short because I know they're very long and they take up a lot of space when you send them online. I want to wish you well in the class. Get started, look at the assignments, look at the syllabus, look at the announcements they send you, listen to the messages, send me email at jharvey101e@cox.net. You'll find that on your syllabus, you'll find that on your announcements, you'll find that in your assignments. If you have questions, if they're good questions and everything else, I'll answer them online, huh? Wouldn't that be great? And we'll try to get some things done. And all I want from you is for you to do the work so that I can give you your 3 credits and we can all leave here happily and have a good experience with this class. I wish you well in it. I hope you all do well. I'm signing off now. Goodbye. See you next week, the week after, whenever I get the next one out. Bye.